What else was done today? I'll tell you what was done today. On the desk in the floor of the House of Representatives was a stack of papers up on the second level, 4,400 pages stacked up right there, which I got at 9 p.m. on Tuesday night. Now, we have a rule in the House of Representatives that you're not supposed to vote on legislation if you don't have at least 72 hours to read it. Now, why might you have that rule? I don't know, color me crazy. Maybe I should read what's in a 4,400-page bill. I know that's a radical position. I know that puts me over in the insane camp. Oh, there's Crazy Chip ranting on the floor of the House because, oh my God, he wants 72 hours to read a bill. Whenever I say this, you know how many people go, well, you know what's in the bill. What's wrong? How long does it take you to read a bill? How many members do you think read all 4,400 pages? Oh, but Chip, they've got staff for that. You got all the committee staff. The committee staff do that. We hold the election certificate. How many of your staffs you think read the 4,400 pages? I know my staff was poring over it late night on Tuesday night and all day yesterday just to see what was in it. Surprise, surprise, what do you find in it? 4,400 pages, $860 billion authorized under the National Defense Authorization Act. I had less than 40 hours before I was voting on it in plain violation of the 72-hour rule because we waive the rules all the time. We set up rules and we waive them. Nobody seems to care. It's, oh my God, I got a steak dinner to go to. I got a Christmas party to go to. I was down here last night debating the rule on marriage. I was solo. I was one, even on my side of the aisle. When I got finished, the House chamber closed. We were done. I rolled down the street, went to a Christmas party. There are a lot of members there. There are a lot of members all over this town rolling out down to their Christmas parties. But they sure as hell weren't here debating marriage and religious liberty. And what do we get? What do we get in getting this NDAA passed? We've got a vaccine mandate repeal. Well, or did we? I think we got a really important step forward to say that the members of the military shouldn't be fired if they dare question whether they must take a needle in their arm for a vaccine that has not been proven to be actually effective in halting transmission, and certainly not necessary for those who are young and healthy by virtually any account by any doctor that we've had testify on this. And so you reject the needle and you get fired from the United States military. So for 2 years, we've been calling on getting rid of the vaccine mandates. So finally, in December of 22, right on the way out, Democrats say, whoa, okay, in order to get this 4,400-page monstrosity across the finish line, we'll accept that we'll, in 30 days, undo the memo at the Department of Defense. That memo could be reissued. And in fact, the Democrat chair of Armed Services effectively said that. Are we going to get anybody reinstated? Are we going to get everybody honorably discharged? Are we going to be able to say, well, maybe you shouldn't be harassed because that's what happens. Oh, you didn't take a needle, you're not getting that job. You didn't take a needle, you're not necessarily getting that promotion. Retaliation. Again, for a vaccine that doctors and the CDC today acknowledge does nothing for transmission, that is unnecessary for people who are healthy and young. And here we are. We passed an NDAA in order to get, we finally got that vaccine mandate repeal language. Now look, I'm glad to get it. We've been fighting for it. We didn't get half a loaf. We got the crumbs of one piece of bread. But it was so important so we could stop the next person from getting fired. We sure as hell didn't help the guy who got fired last week.